with it right. Here with who I started with, be something like a Spartan. It's going hard regardless. I'm from the 8, 26 plus 5. Mo bitches, H-Ray, Central Coast, mob and suicide. Always arsonist. I step in the booth and cast, I gotta keep it lit. Engineer all my music, I work hard at this.
That's right, and we're back live on Chicano Tube. Beautiful linda raza, man. Happy Monday. Yes, agosto. This Friday, man. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. The summer's just flying by like that. Next thing you know, we're gonna get to the holidays. Y aquí estamos, man. But let's go ahead and shoot this shit a little bit. I'm gonna let you know what I did about over the weekend. And then also, what the caption says, what the thumbnail says is, let me just remind everyone, okay? Let me remind everyone. Calmados, calmados. Calmados, all right? So anyways, gracias all the day oneers. Gracias everyone inside the members only, man. The members only, I got nothing but love for them. They're the ones that show their support. Something 99 every single month, man. The Chicanismo runs deep. The pride, the cultura, everything runs deep inside of them. So I appreciate the members only, man. Shout out to everyone that's already subscribed. The new subscribers, if you haven't already learned, I'll give you a little small recap, just a little small recap of what it is. This is Chicano Tube. We don't pull no punches. We don't hold nothing back. We don't apologize for shit. We don't apologize for nada, man, because we're Chicanos. Imagine Paco Aguilar, Santana, and all the other Chicanos apologizing. That would look weak as hell. This is Chicano Tube. So again, no tenemos pelos en la lengua, man. So if you're new to the channel, this is exactly what it is, man. We don't hold back. 2 years, 14,000 subscribers, man. So shout out to you guys, man. Shout out to you guys. All right. A real quick announcement. This Wednesday, we got Chicano Street episode 2 going down. That's happening this Wednesday. So catch the biggest promoter in Northern California, Umpa that's what Goto says. Shout out to Gotos. And then also catch Raymond Martinez, one of the funniest comedians out of Salinas, man. Just catch us, catch the fellas shooting the shit. You know, every show has its own vibe. I don't know if you knew this, right? When I bring FC on, FC is going to be geared toward just leveling the raza up financially. Because unfortunately, about 85% of the raza waits for the next check to fucking be able to do something. That's 85%, okay? And so it's a situation that you can make a couple moves, a couple adjustments, get the bag, and keep it pushing, right? At the end of the day, the goal is not the bag. Hear what I say. Hear what I say. You do need the bag because everything is money, cabrones. You know, you're going to be in a fucked up situation. You're going to make a messed up situation even worser because now your finances are lacking. So if FC has that energy, he's going to level the people up on finances. But when we do Chicano Street, that's a whole different vibe right there. That's a whole different vibe, you know. That one right there is just the fellas kicking back, drinking a chela, shooting the shit, and we're going to be reacting to other podcasts, you know, like Hood Stocks or All Facts or No Jumper or podcasts, right? In general, right? Now, before I forget, some of you cabrones got on my bumper because I did a post. And you cabrones didn't like the post because I said, look, I want to get gyms in Northern California involved with open sparring. I want to get podcasts involved with open sparring. But name me the podcast that's popping in Northern California. So of course I got the shit talkers, right? You know what I mean? Especially the blue team will go in there, fuck that, fuck that. They see everything red. I get it, cabrones. I get it. You know what I mean? Red, blue, all that shit, right? I get it. Wait. I get it. But no one, not one person on the internet on that post, though you might have overlooked it or hated it, could name me a podcast in Northern California. So it has to be said that Northern California is way underrepresented, right? Now, I'm not no representative of nothing. Okay, I represent my family. I represent my wife, my kids. Speaking of that, I'll talk to you about my daughter's birthday party on Sunday, which was almost a blackout night. Calmados. But again, just that, and then we'll lead into that. Well, then name them to me. All the DMs that I got, I respect every single one, man. I couldn't answer to every single one of the DMs that I got, but all I'm saying is name them. Name the podcast. Okay, then Chicano Street is going to be the first one. Then Chicano Street is going to be the first podcast that's going to ring bells in Central California, Northern California, Southern California, the Midwest, everywhere. Then Chicano Street, let that be the one. Okay. So that's Wednesday night. We got Chicano Street coming up. So shout out to them. That's this Wednesday night. All right. Let me recap a little bit the weekend. My voice, why it sounds about 50%. And then we'll keep it pushing into something else, okay? And then I'm gonna go ahead and read some comments too. All right. So what happened over the weekend? My daughter had a birthday, y eso era el domingo. Now we celebrated it, calmados. We celebrated it. It actually was. It's coming up. Her birthday's actually tomorrow, okay? And that's my 15-year-old daughter, right? So she's gonna be 15 tomorrow. So we had a quinceañera. I was basically just driving her. Well, Saturday, I was ring announcing and I almost lost my voice, cabrones. 18 fights. There was 18 peleas and I almost lost my voice. That was Saturday. So Saturday was cool. I did a little live on what I thought was going to be the best fights on the bout sheet. And hopefully you guys enjoy them. Go back and watch them si quieren. It's all entertainment, right? All right. But Sunday, I'm picking up all my daughter's friends. I got an SUV loaded just of puras pinches high school niñas. And they're going crazy. They're doing what they do, all that energy that they got right there. So we celebrated my daughter's birthday. Es mañana, pero lo celebramos este domingo. So that's when my voice is even more lost. Because then they even wanted to do karaoke at the end of the night. Y se pasan, man. All right, come on. Let's keep it pushing. So let's go ahead and get to this video, man. That way, people that are watching on the replay, whether you're watching live or you're watching on the replay, you can do the same shit. You can hit the like button. Right next to the like button, there's a chinga tu madre button. That one is, it's all good. I have thick skin. Trust me. The internet ain't never gonna do anything that's gonna affect my real life, but it's fun. Or else I'd be off this shit. Right? People have asked me, Mikey, what are you doing this shit for? Well, because it's fun. That's a simple answer, right? Plus, we're building it up. It's going to be a cool platform. At least by the time I retire, I'll tell you this Chicano Tube and the shows involved are going to be a staple. Or at least they're going to be a staple where people are going to talk about. I'm like, oh shit, yeah, that's the regular show, Chicano Street. When I'm by myself, I catch all those shit. Is when I catch all the shit, the trolls, the haters, the chinga tu madre, that you ain't shit, you ain't down, you ain't brown, or none of that, right? That's really, really entertaining as hell, man. But not when we do the other podcast. All right, let's go. Let's get into it. Well, Sunday, I had a drive. I was driving around about 10, 11 o'clock last night. And no, not even that late, not 11. The last home we got to was after 10, dropping off teenagers all around Salinas High. So, a little bit tired, a little bit woozy. Enough of the intro, man. But let me go ahead and at least go back to acknowledge Daniel Gonza, man. I appreciate you, my boy. There's another day one right there. Yeah, wait, my throat. 18 fights. Modesto was in the house. San Jose. LA's always in the house. They come up. LA. Mostly a couple teams from San Fernando Valley because they're more north, right? Oxnard was in the house. Frisco. Oakland. So, anyways, but I lost almost my voice way. And then they want to do karaoke way. But, anyways, all right, let's move on, man. Let's keep it pushing. Here we go. Don't forget, don't forget, because it seems like to be exploding right now. Like it's real popular now, huh? Oh, my cultura. Oh, my skin color. Oh, I'm brown or whatever. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I ignited everyone's fire, but I will say this: before I came on the scene 2 years ago, people weren't even even thinking about cultura. They were more assimilated. They were more Americano, gringo, gabacho estilo than anything else, right? Those would be some motherfuckers that'll say, wow, Mikey, you too, you too. Well, to each his own, right? However you see it, you call it. I don't give a shit, right? But before I came on this thing, A lot of cabrones didn't care about cultura. And then there's been some babosos that have come on here talking about being brown, talking about being down, talking about being Chicano and all sort of stuff. But, you know, they're just riding the wave of something that basically I birthed. I'll go ahead and put it out one more time. I'll just say it one more time again in a different question though. Then who did it before I did it? You know, one of the primary reasons, Miss Chicano too was the one that pointed this out. One of the primary reasons that I named the channel Chicano Tube was because in a previous channel that I had another name on, I would open every single spill by saying that. Every single spill, right? I came on this internet shit for one, shits and giggles. It's a hobby, right? And two, to show exactly how we should be rolling in 2025. Now, when motherfuckers come on the internet and say, well, you haven't done, they give this checklist of stuff. Well, you ain't Chicano if you don't have all these 10 check boxes. Okay. They put out their list, right? Here's the 10 things in order for you to talk about cultura, be Chicano, and all that stuff, right? Not to brag, not to boast, because again, I didn't choose it anyways. I could have been a fucking a German, Aleman, pinchi, vato. I could have been a Russian. I could have been Dagestan. I could have been born in Dagestan, cabrones. Fucking growing up in the snow and shoveling snow as a youngster. That's what I heard they do over there. Tough as hell. But I didn't. So all this checkbox, there hasn't been anyone in the 2 years that I've been coming on this thing now, pushing chicanismo, pushing cultura, pushing just chicanismo, period. By reaching out to, I believe, some of the best guests that I had, like one of the founders of the Brown Berets, Carlos Montes, and different guests to come and just help the culture out, right? Fuck the politics. Oh, you voted for this. This is where people get lost. It's crazy. That's how you know someone is very weak mentally, is because they didn't give a shit about politics, right? Ever, 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 right? They just fucking were trying to work and party on the weekends, right? And then all of a sudden they jump on the internet and they're just so weak minded and they're gullible. Now all of a sudden politics consumes their world. And everything is politics. Right? I get that. I get that. But again, a little bit late bloomers. They're just a little bit weak because they didn't have no identity. I came on this shit, and the couple months that I had it named another channel, I was always opening it up like that, saying we're back on Chicano Tube. Because I thought to myself, okay, all these cabrones on the internet, I get it, man. The tough guys, the eating the bullets for breakfast and showing their scars. I get all that stuff, right? But I have the same story and I have the same shit and I have the same fucking scars on my body. But I looked at that and I said, damn, that's a shame. Is that how you want to come off looking on the internet to the youngsters? You didn't grow up from that shit. You didn't level up from that shit. That shit is played out, my boy. That just shows mentally you're still a teenager. And then that's to whoever, right? So, anyways, I seen the majority of people were liked on the internet. I'm like, well, fuck it. You know what are you gonna do when you're a two striker and you've got all kinds of shit in there? You know, the real recognize the real. Let me just fucking wrap it up by saying that, right? But I came on the internet and I'm like, nah, someone's got to represent the right way. A cabron that's not brainwashed. A cabron that's not persuaded easily at all. Nothing, not even close. A cabron that's gonna think and research it on his own. I ain't trying to just follow the mob and see what the mob says. Cause I got over that too. So much of you become a good follower is what a lot of people want you to be. Is a good follower for a long time. And the youngsters won't even realize it. But the youngsters know that, like I've told them, you could be smart and listen or just go through the school of hard knocks. It's very simple. But there's going to be some gray hair. You're going to lose some relatives along the way. You're going to lose a lot. And just be ready to reset from dirt, rock bottom on high control parole. That's if you went that hard. If you didn't go hard, you'll go out regular parole. No te creas. That's right. Nufo Gonzalez in the casa. I appreciate you, my boy. He says, saludos y los pacas is in the casa. That's right, my boy. Hey, we're not going to be far from there. Open sparring. How far is Pacas from Upland? Open sparring is going to be in Upland, my boy. I'm doing private invitations. You have to RSVP with me. If you want to come and see it, well, shit, man, just bring a case of water or something. I mean, bring a caja of water, for everyone or something. You know what I mean? You could come through and see it if you really want to see it. It's the day of the Canelo fight. Don't forget that, cabrón. The day of the Canelo fight, all right? September 13th in Upland, California. We've got at least 4 or 5 already registered. We only needed 4 actually because that's somebody in each corner already. You know what I mean? Um, I'll release the details on how they're gonna throw chingazos and all that shit. Just trust me on that, my boy. But let me know if you want to come through, man. Hey, I like that. I like that name. That was from what's the name of the movie? Edmond Dantes. Chinga, that was a good movie. That was a good movie right there. See, that dude couldn't smell the jealousy on his friend. You got to watch out with those people that are sneak dissing you all the time. You're not paying attention because you think, oh, they're your boys. Well, they're your boys because you're paying the bills. You're paying your foot in the bill every time. That's why they're your boy. Look at that sneak diss ass motherfucking little laugh and smirk that your boys do all the time. Got to be careful with that. Edmond Dantes, he found out the hard way and lost fucking at least 7 to 10 years of his life. Or what did he do? He did like 7 or 10, huh? He says any Chicano raza that voted for Trump. Okay, let me ask you this, cabron. Edmund Dantes. I know politics is a hot thing. This is not a political channel. You want politics? Go to American Cholos channel. I'll tell you straight up because he just launches political missiles from the first fucking second. Right? No, not the first second, but you know what I mean, man. He gets more into it, and I actually think he's interested in it. And it shows and it comes out because then you're going to speak passionately and maybe even do more research or be up on game, right? I don't follow any of the news networks at all. If I've ever shared anything or reacted to it in Chicano reactions when I do the solo show, those have been links sent to me. So if it says Latinos for Trump, or not that I give a shit, but if it says Latinos for Trump or anything, those are clips people send me. I don't follow it because I don't even know if they're gonna tell me the truth anyways. But I will follow the Raza Chicano pages on the internet just because I want to be up on the news and noticias, right? But let me read this comment right here real quick and then we'll move on, right? It's not gonna be a political show, right? It never is, way. Okay, calmate, way. Any Chicano Raza that voted for Trump is gullible. Okay, really. So let me say this. What was the other option than voting for Trump? Okay, because a lot of people in 2016, when they saw that dude Trump, they said, "What the fuck? This is the hotel billionaire that made Mike Tyson all his feria." Oh shit, he was on Oprah and everyone's best friend, right? Oh, okay, yeah, I remember him, the New York dude, right? Or was it the political affiliations and stereotypes that got the gente more divided than a motherfucker right now that everyone doesn't realize that they're fighting about? Like red, blue, right? Like they both want the Raza's vote, right? They both want our vote. And so they're doing is identity politicking against us, the brown people. That's what they're doing. They're identity politicking, so they got us against each other because of who we voted for. Okay, so you got the hotel billionaire that made Mike Tyson and a bunch of people multimillionaires, or you got a chick that was sucking D on her knees, bro. That's as smart as a door handle. Are you a man for Kamala, bro? You have that shirt with a fucking rainbow on it, bro? Wear it proud then, my boy. But we don't trip on politics over here, but we're gonna give you the uncut Chicano shit uncut, bro. And it's just raw and real. And that's always what it is. There's no filters over here. Don't ever think you're coming on here hearing a filter. Life's too short. My heart is beating. Every single fucking beat my heart beats is one beat closer to the fucking grave. And I'm not trying to spend my time on bullshit, man. Get your money, love your wife, raise your children, and that's what Chicanos do, bro. As far as the politics shit, vote for who you want, bro. Vote for a pinchy fucking bug, a chango, a fucking tiger, whatever, bro. Damn, I was just done through her Rambo and Rocky Five, my boy. That's the highlight right there, huh? 1.5 hours. Okay, I didn't mean to make it too long, my boy, but it's closer than where I am. I'm a 5 hour drive. You know what I mean? I'm gonna spend 2 nights over there. I am gonna be around the Fontana area already, as it is for about 2 nights. I'm gonna be with the familia. We're just basically it's gonna be a vlog way. Okay, it's gonna be just everyone live. I'm gonna be live. I'm gonna have a video guy live and just following me. I'll be chopping it up with Snowman. I'll be talking shit with Cholo Trucker. With Mile High Hustle. It's gonna be good. And then eventually, of course, we're wrapping our hands up because it's time to throw chingazos. You know what I mean? And then people are gonna grab all that content and clip the hell out of it, bro. I mean, imagine how much people get dropped, man. Book, book. Oh, she didn't books. She got into an affair with the married. Come on, but again, as far as politics go, everything politics shouldn't be the focus of Brown. What needs to be the focus of Brown is the economy. Because you could hate the person in charge of the White House, right? You can hate him like this dude right here, right? They try to say he was pissing and golden showers, and then they spent 41, I think, $1 million on investigation that didn't prove anything. No one cares, right? Just our taxes went up. But that's okay with the people, right? I guess we don't care about our taxes going up. I guess, right? We cover more about our feelings. He's back on everyone that betrayed him. Yeah, that's crazy. I'm probably gonna read an Epstein list. Wait, I'm probably gonna read an Epstein list at the next live. Maybe I'll do that on Chicano Street, man. Fuck it. Let's read an Epstein list on the next episode of Chicano Street, and we'll look at it and we'll just argue and shit. Fuck it. We'll argue to see if that's fake or real. Is that Photoshop? Is that person really on the list? And we'll go one by one on the list. Like, nah, he would never. She would never. What do you think about that? I think I just got that idea right now. I think I'm gonna read an Epstein list on Wednesday with the fellas, and then watch all the cabrones that watch me now. They're gonna do the same shit, man. We're trendsetters over here. We're trendsetters. All right. Anyways, hey, you read real slow. I say. I try not to, my boy. I try not to. What am I reading though? Do I have a script over here? Okay, a teleprompter. So, anyways, let me get back to this thing. It's a good thing that it birthed out more cultura. And I think more people are going to jump on board, man. Maybe other podcasts will jump on board as well. I feel like reaching out to some of the more entrepreneur podcasts, okay? We're already connected to the fucking YouTube Yarda. That's for sure. I've been on the YouTube Yarda since it got named the YouTube Yarda. Matter of fact, I'm the only channel that has an interview with the founder of the YouTube Yarda, the one that started it, the one that made the name, the one that coined it, and the first one to start dropping crazy paperwork on the internet that I was like, damn it, man. Shout out to OG, triple OG, man. So started on the YouTube Yarda and just constantly even evolving on YouTube. People are going to watch the videos, whoever sees value in it. That's it, man. My demographic is not going to be a bunch of little brazy fucking 13-year-olds from Utah. It's not. If I did, I would make thumbnails like everyone else, talking shit about everyone, trying to stir the pot. But that's a bad look, at least where I'm at in my life. You know what I mean? And that's most of the channels in California. Let's keep it a buck, man. Not that I've never been in no guerras, in no YouTube guerras. Yeah, I've been in a couple little YouTube guerras, but that's all done. Your boy doesn't give off that energy, man. We came here, we started this Chicano shit on YouTube because it was empty. No one was on here. And if they were on here talking about Chicanismo, they were misrepresenting the raza. 100%. Either by being a goddamn shame and embarrassment and still dressing like a teenager at 50 years old or almost 50 years old, or whatever the reason is, right? Whatever. I'm not saying I'm a perfect role model. My kids, I think your children are the best reflection of who you are. I'll let my kids speak for that, or let their lives, right, speak for it. Speaking of that, I'm driving around nothing but high school girls in the middle of the night last night. Oh man, picking them up and then dropping them off. But my daughter's birthday's tomorrow, man. Shout out to my beautiful daughter Gracie. We had a little dance. We had a little moment yesterday. I think I went live. I was on a good one. I was on a good one. I drink about once a month now, maybe, because there'll be months that I go by. So the Modelos were hitting yesterday. I think I hit live on YouTube, but I knew I was playing music, so it went to the members only. That way they don't flag it or anything like that. Politics and the economy go hand in hand. Yeah, bro. I just don't want you to get it twisted and think you're gonna come on here. I mean, you can come on any channel you want. My bad. I'm saying that you think that this channel is all politics and politics and politics. If it was a blue channel, everything blue. If it was a red channel, everything red. I just don't want you to think that, my boy, because it's not, bro. I grew up in the gutter. My parents are farm workers. It was a lot of fucked up shit going on in my house, a lot of domestic violence. I went to the homies. I got put on early. I fucking spent 3, 4 years as a kid away, and then I spent twice as much as an adult away. And I want nothing to do with that bullshit. Anyone that wants to be with that shit, I respect it. You're never going to hear me find a video to talk down on it. But this is called elevation. This is called how we going to grow, do some grown man shit and do shit that that they didn't teach us as far as leveling up. And I'm not going to be anyone's victim. So we got to represent this thing the right way. But you're right. Politics and the economy go hand in hand. Absolutely. No one's talking about the stock market breaking records. No one's talking about cryptocurrency flying through the fucking ceiling right now. And the people that dropped a rack are already past 10, 12. No one is talking about that. Unemployment. No one is talking about that, right? And other things that ripple effect that can't stabilize within 2 quarters. It's gonna take more like 4 quarters, maybe 5. Don't forget that Fed interest rate, the director of the Fed, his seat is up in May of next year. So for anyone that's really looking at the interest rates, his seat is up May of next year. So that's just kind of like another uh something to look forward to see what the shift is gonna be right there. But I get it, my boy. But this ain't a politic channel, bro. I mean, you want to ask me who I voted for? I'll still tell you unapologetically. But I'm the kind of guy being like, hey, since when did motherfuckers start caring about what people voted for, bro? Were you ever the kind of dude that wanted to stick your nose in the next person's fucking little cubicle while they were voting? Who does that shit, bro? So why do people care right now on the internet, bro? I'll tell you what, if Trump would have never got into office at 16, no one would have gave a fuck, bro. If they would have had unlimited terms like in governors, like a governor of a state, unlimited terms, and the 43rd and 44th president, the first black president, well, so they say, he's half white. Some people don't count that as black, but I leave that up to the people. You guys decide. He's half white and he's half black. Is that a full black? But I'll leave that up to the people. He could have been on his 5th term right now, bro. Would you have cared about politics still? He could have been deporting still more than anybody. Five. Would you have cared? That's just the question, man. Where's the energy at? You see what I'm saying? But again, see, when I start saying that kind of shit, you are a political channel. I'm like, nah, fuck that. I always just speak straight from the heart, man, from the chest stone that I got from Preston. Oh, man, it's a trip, man. It's cool, man. Mikey L says, shout out to Chemo exposing. Chemo is, if anyone didn't know that Chemo is the general of the YouTube Yarda, man. That is the most entertaining channel on YouTube. When I do got the time, because I don't got a lot of time. I'd rather go live when I got the time to be on YouTube. But Chemo right there, he exposes them, man. But so did OG, Triple OG. Don't forget that, my boy. Okay, he was the first one. Okay, he was the first one. He was the one that put receipts. He didn't like hypocrites. He didn't like when you said something you didn't stand on, or whatever the case was with OG, Triple OG. He'd be on your bumper. She won't read it. I still gotta read more. That's right, my boy. Go down to the library, huh? Hey, Netflix took over. Netflix made the library obsolete, my boy. They'd rather go on and watch the next series of Jodi Arias, the documentary. Man, that Mona was right here from Salinas. She was no joke. Fatal Attraction. Mm. Maybe a Chicano financial advisor. You know what? Lightweight, bro. Anyone that has worked their money is a financial advisor, bro. Just on different levels. You see what I'm saying? You could be someone that just, hey, starting out, say you got your first rental, which is all real estate, but I know FC says you got to have a lot more. FC named like 5, 6 different areas to invest in order to have a healthy portfolio. I'm like, okay, cabron, I just stick in real estate because it's the number one thing, right? It's tangible, it's there, it's life, it's good. But or a couple rentals, or someone like FC, like a multimillionaire like FC, and he'll let you know how he moves his money, 1031s, and avoids taxes, bro. And some people get mad. Show me your tax record. I seen the internet trip on that. I'm like, well, really? What the fuck? You ain't got nothing real. When you say, let me see your taxes, that's like saying, motherfucker, I ain't got nothing on you. That's how weak that shit looks. Let me see your taxes, right? Like one time they were coming after me, your employees. Oh, shit. My employees, I got to run background checks. YouTube Yada, that's vicious, man. Stop picking up labor, huh? You imagine you go pick up a bunch of fucking paisas. You don't think one of these fucking paisas is dirty or something like that? YouTube Yada, that shit, though. Food, you brought up the economy. Yeah, right now. So right now it's breaking, the stock market's breaking records, right? Okay. The only way it hasn't affected the home buying market way, which a lot of people are priced out right now. They're priced out. They can't even fucking qualify for a house. Like, the only reason it doesn't do that, that's the Fed director's politics, bro. Again, if it was red or blue, imagine you're under that dude or that banner or something, and they're doing something fucked up that doesn't help the brown people. I'm gonna call that shit out. It don't matter if it's red or blue, bro. It don't matter if it's red or blue. That's right. OG Smoker just stepped in the building. That's right, my boy. I appreciate you, cabrón. We're just shooting this shit, man. Reminding the people who started this Chicano shit 2 years ago why these cabrones are saying Chicano now, and why is there a resurgence in a old Chicano estilo? O sea, why has all that come back again? Well, why is that? Why is that? Who had to come and plant it on YouTube, right? Checking all the boxes. People don't want to get mad when I say that. What else do you want? First generation, boom. 52% indigenous, even more than Spaniard, boom. Mexican, 100%. 100%, right? Mexican birth certificate, check that box off, right? But coming on the internet and shooting the shit, and you know what? If we don't fit in any lane, we're gonna create our own damn lane. We don't need to fit in any lane. Okay. Tael says, how can you own an apartment building? Well, probably about 25% down, my boy. If not, and you already have some assets, we could possibly just do a 1031 exchange and just transfer. Just let me know what you got. Maybe if you have something, because most people are trying to get more doors. That means 8 units, 16, 16, 32, 30, 60, 50, 100. You know what I mean? And we could just keep moving the money around. Doesn't matter what the economy says, what the interest rate is. If the you transact now, save the money, and if the economy gets worse, then you're in a better position already. People say, "Oh, I'm gonna hold off and hold." Well, you can hold off, but you can sell now when everything's at the top of the peak. Hold off on that money, and then if the economy gets worse or tanks or gets better or whatever, or you want to consider it, then you make your move. That's the way, man. It's too much. Hold on, give me a second and think. Give me a second. YouTube says He says, YouTube Landa, YouTube Yarda, Chicano Street, Chicano 2. Man, I appreciate you, my boy. I appreciate you, cabron. I know. We ain't got time for no other bullshit, man. We ain't got time for that other shit, man. Tyel's laughing. He's like, yeah, exactly. So, again, we're gonna, what is it, 10 more minutes? Let's go about 10 more minutes. Man, the sun is out. August is already here on Friday. The summer's going, man. The summer's going good. All right. So we came on this thing 2 years ago, kicked it off, and now everyone's showing more pride than ever. And I know maybe people will be like, well, I did this, and then, okay, then you did it all and you did everything. That's good, my boy. That's good. I'm here. I'm saying, okay, who else pioneered this thing? Name me one. Name me one. Oh, well, I had it tatted on me. Okay, well, does that make you more brown than me because you had it tatted? Or whatever. You don't know what I got. You think you know what I got, or well, I'm covering it all up now. She ain't got it, man. Covering it all up, but checking all the boxes, man. We came on here, we started this shit off, and here it is. It caught a blaze. Not just that, I know they're watching from IG, they're watching from TikTok, they're watching from all over the place. They're watching us, cabrones, here, the community, Chicano tube. They're watching us, man. And what we're gonna say is we're gonna be down for the brown always, absolutely, because that's all I knew. You're looking at a field baby, man. I grew up in the fields, playing in the fields. You're looking at a field baby. What else do you want to hear? You're looking at someone that had zero. You know how many resets? I've got more resets on my record than I have successes. I've got more L's than I've got W's. You're only seeing the W side of it because I stuck to it. I know the homies were always there. They were always painting my cars. They were always fixing the engines, and then they would go in and out and all that other stuff. Always been in contact throughout all these years. Don't let the internet fool you. The internet, it's its own space and it's a trip. The internet's a trip, right? Plus, someone could come over here and fake the funk and not be real. So anyone could be anything, right? You could sniff bicycle seats, sleep with a baby, and then come on here and be a guru and give knowledge. That's all head knowledge. Hot air head knowledge. Maxine, mi amiga, I appreciate you, amiga. Gracias for tapping in. I appreciate you, amiga. I got 2,000, we're gonna put 2,000 to make that 25%, bro. That's not gonna be enough, cabron. You could put that if you don't want to touch the 2,000 into a long-term cryptocurrency. But I went in about less than 10 on that thing. It didn't move forever. And I mean ever. Not even under the last president. It didn't move forever. And I pulled out too early. You got to learn when to fold them and when to hold them. I pulled out too early. That 7, I could have easily had at least 30 right now. But I lost it, man. It is what it is. Mi amiga Maxine, that's right, amiga. I appreciate you. Chicano Tube ladies are checking in the comment section, amiga. We're just reminding everyone, amiga. We came on here 2 years ago and created our own lane, amiga. That's what we did. And then now everyone was talking in one way or another, indirectly or directly, about what we have been talking about now for 2 years, and will continue to trend set and be pioneers. That's for sure. That's for sure. So I appreciate you for tapping in. What are you talking about? Rasta's always been over there representing. Okay, good, cabron. Now, one of the first shorts I did, Pinchy Edmund, was the difference between the Chicano culture and the Cholo culture, my boy. That was one of the first shorts that went viral of mine. They got me started getting me Instagram followers and all that other shit, right? So there's a difference, bro. So I said something like this. I said, if Cesar Chavez was here, who we know was very influential, even though he's controversial. People say I am too, for whatever. But if Cesar Chavez were to go to a Chicano event, bro, if I were to take Cesar Chavez to a Chicano event, I pulled up right there. We get down with the pioneer himself, the man Cesar Chavez, man, of the movement, the United Farm Workers. We go inside the event, bro, and all he sees is bald head, lokes, blasted up, shirts off, khakis and chucks. Is Cesar Chavez going to call that event a Chicano event? Or is Cesar Chavez going to call that event a Cholo event? So I said there's a difference between the Cholo culture and the Chicano culture. And that was a long pause and all dramatic and shit. Because there is. I mean, come on, let's keep this a buck. So I get it. The majority of cholos are Chicano. I get that too, man. But that wasn't the struggle, the movement, why the Brown Berets started community policing and saying we got to come up with an entity of our own to police our own neighborhoods because the gabachos are giving us calentadas with their nightsticks and starting pleitos between black and brown. A lot of people, I've heard that story from some veterano dudes, that was purposely done to gaslight stuff, which it was a different era, man. Maybe back then was like, well, let's have the animals destroy the animals then. I get it, bro. I get it. I just wanted to bring that point up because that's where I draw the line, bro. If I came on here and was, all cholote, super cholote, or whatever, okay, then that'd be a different thing, right? You do you. You know what I mean? You can come on the internet and be super cholote. Just don't say anything when the son's in the hospital with 6 bullets in his chest. You can come on here and be super cholote, then don't get mad when the son has 2 life sentences before the age of 21. You don't think that leads to that? That births that, bro. The cholo culture births the cholo culture. Again, I respect it. Am I saying anything that's not real? Nah. Even the fucking cholos will tell you what I'm saying is true, bro. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right, my boy. Okay. Just a distinction, you know what I mean? I don't know. Again, everyone has their own little sazon in this thing, but someone needed to put a Chicano presence on YouTube, bro. And that was going to be us. Us. I say as a collective. Okay. This ain't the politic channel. This ain't none of that. I'm still in touch with the community. Matter of fact, I have half of the properties I own, bro, are about 95% farm workers, bro. I could call a meeting in one property and just for the food. I bet you they would all come just for the food. No, because they know me already. Some of them are subscribed to the YouTube channel. Not all of them. They like to see cooking channels and fucking drinking pisto el mimoso videos of el mimoso drinking at the beach videos, uh, and have about 1,000 farm workers in a meeting, bro. So I'm in touch with the community. I'm not out of touch, man. I mean, I didn't fucking go Hollywood. You know, shout out to American Cholo. You went Hollywood, cabrón. American Cholo's Hollywood. Not the creas, way. Uh, no, we ain't talking about politics. My bad. My bad. No, we ain't talking about politics, but when I look at politics, I tell the Raza, hey, let's be objective, man. Just because the cabron has a last name and his last name is Lopez doesn't mean everything brown is not good for brown, bro. It's the policies that are good for brown and bad for brown. And right now they want to gaslight the deportations. I get it, bro. As far as Chicanos goes, we always see the paisas get snatched up. And when was it ever a revolution? Were the same people right now that are making a revolution about deportation right now, right? They're making a revolution out of deportation. Were the same people saying the same thing 4 years ago? And then a 4 year break before that, 8 years ago? The social media has been out now since 43 and 44 and 46 were presidents. That's 12 years. Record breaking numbers. Oh, they just want to talk about it now. Oh, they want to stick it to an administrate. Oh, it's the politics. Or is it to be cool, bro? A lot of people just do things to be cool. Vote with the mob. We don't vote with no motherfucking mob. Unfortunately, it is a two-party system. If you vote somewhere else, your vote ain't really gonna count. Where's it gonna go, bro? In the one in the percentage that wins 3 every election? Where's your vote gonna go if you don't vote for a two-party system? It's real shit. It's what we got, bro. It's the United States way. I'm still gonna remember what the fuck what movie is that? Monte Cristo. That's what's up, man. My boy's the Count of Monte Cristo, man. That jealous ass dude in the Count of Monte Cristo, man. Watch out for dudes like that, man. I seen a couple of these guys, even on YouTube right here. They're all cool with Mikey. Oh yeah, Mikey this, Mikey that. And then someone drops a diss video on Mikey, go over to the comment section and you can see, oh, okay, it's all good. It's always been love. I don't reciprocate that back. I don't. I got nothing but love, man. I don't want that shit to come back. I don't attract that. I'm like Mike Tyson and Manny Pacquiao. I want to be walking down my city with my city behind me, man. Because I did the positive, man. I gotta go out. That's right, Edmund Dantes. Good conversation, Wait. Israel's in the casa. He says New York's checking in the building. That's right, the East Coast. I appreciate you, my boy. All right, let's get back to that, man. We're gonna wrap it up. Actually, it's already 1 o'clock. You guys, something. All right. I started this Chicano shit. That's the motherfucking thanks I get. You could say, nah, you're not Chicano enough. You should be wearing khakis. And I already talked about that. I'm not an overgrown kid that's just trying to show destruction over to my family by coming off of showing a destructive fucking lifestyle. So forget about that. Someone had to come on YouTube. Some Chicano had to come on YouTube. That's mature enough.
I'd like to talk to you before you leave, if that's okay with you.
That's mature enough. That's doing the something as a fucking positive with this Chicano shit. Period. That's it. End of story. Your boy Mikey's gonna keep doing it. All right, you guys. I appreciate you guys for tuning in, man. Hit that pinchy like button. Hit the dislike button. It's all to the good, cabrones. Hit me up. I'll see you this Wednesday night. We got Chicano Street going on this Wednesday night. Don't forget about it. Episode number 2. That's Raymond, and that's with Oompa. That's this Wednesday night. And then after that, of course, we're going to bring FC. And here's another announcement. Okay. I'm going to be looking for a female co host that would like to come on Chicano Tube. And that way we could do one that is more geared to just relationships. Okay. That means the vato side, the girl side. He's right. She's right. All this, he's wrong. All this, she's wrong. Well, let's talk about relationships. So I'm putting out a reto, otro, which is to the ladies to bring a co-host on the show. If you know of any good co-host, you can go ahead and drop a comment right now at the end of the pinchy video, because I'm gonna leave this video up. So and that will be just strictly for relationships. All right, you guys hit that pinchy like button. Let me read some of the last comments though. We gotta make a libertarian party, the libertarian Chicano party. Damn, man. The libertarian, hasn't that already been done though, bro? Hasn't that been done? You might want to check that. Even though they don't run for office anymore, that might still exist. It sounds like that sounds like something they probably did already, bro, like in the 60s or the 70s. And I could be wrong, but maybe when I get off the live, I'll ask Chat GPT. All right, you guys. But again, looking for a co-host, a female co-host. That way we could put up those memes and react to those memes. The one, he's right, she's right, he's wrong. And just, talk more stuff like that, right? It's going to be fun. It ain't going to be no Dr. Phil. No, none of that shit. Whatever, if I ever turn boring or into Dr. Phil, I just retire it. I'm off this internet. All right, you guys. I'm out. Mile High Hustle. I appreciate you, my boy. Remember what I always say? Remember what I always say. In the end, are you guys the memories?